If you're a YouTuber, you might be wondering when and how should I start an LLC for my business? So in this video, I'm going to tell you guys everything you need to know about LLCs, why they may be beneficial for you as a content creator, and the whole process for setting up your own LLC. I currently run 4 YouTube channels. One of them has over 700,000 subscribers. I'm also extremely interested in taxes, business formation, all that stuff. So I'm just going to compile everything I know into this one video. Let's get started. So the first thing we need to address is, when would you need an LLC? Basically, LLC stands for limited liability company. And of course, it gives you what you would think, limited liability protection. This means that if your business gets sued, which of course is quite rare, they can't actually come after your personal assets. So like your house, your car, all that stuff. Instead, they can only come after assets that are within your LLC. This gives you a lot of protection, and it's one reason why a lot of people love LLCs. Having an LLC also separates your personal expenses from your business expenses. And while you can write things off as a sole proprietor, and if you're starting a YouTube channel, you're automatically going to be considered a sole proprietor, meaning all the income you make from YouTube flows just directly to your personal tax return. But yeah, when you have an LLC, you have a bit of separation from your own personal stuff. And just like with any business, you can write off equipment you're using like cameras, lenses, lighting, microphones, all that stuff. You can also potentially save money on self-employment taxes. And yeah, we'll talk more about the difference between LLCs and S-Corps. But if you're making a certain amount of money, it may become beneficial for you to actually set up an LLC taxed as an S-Corp or set up an S-Corp directly. With any income you're making as a self-employed person, you will be having to pay self-employment tax. And this, you guys, is 15.3%, meaning if you make $100,000, you need to pay your federal taxes, you need to pay your state taxes if there are any, and you need to pay an additional 15.3% as a self-employed individual. Now with an LLC just as is, you will still need to pay all those taxes. However, there is a way that you can actually choose to have your LLC taxed as an S corporation. And basically you're just filing form 2553, or you can have your accountant do this for you. And this actually allows you to save a good amount of money on that self-employment 15.3% tax. If you go this route, you're going to have to pay yourself a salary. So you will literally be an employee of your own company. You'll get paid out a reasonable salary, which is going to depend. You'll want to talk to your accountant about this. And on that salary, you're paying full taxes, self-employment tax, federal, state income tax, but on the distributions, so these are any profits that are remaining after you pay your salary, these actually avoid that 15.3% tax. So yes, I know it is pretty complicated, but just know that if you set up an LLC and you make over $40,000 to $50,000, you can at any time elect to have it taxed as an S corp, and this can save you a lot of money. So here's a quick rundown of which YouTubers should create an LLC. So if you are making over $40,000 to $50,000 per year with your channel, then yes, forming an LLC taxed as an S corp or an S corp itself should save you money on taxes. It's also good for YouTubers that want to protect their channel from getting sued, as well as if you want to just separate your business stuff from your personal stuff. And so yeah, anytime someone wants to take their YouTube channel seriously, this is when they're going to start to wander into the realm of setting up their own LLC for their channel. In terms of write-offs under your LLC, there's tons and tons of different business expenses. For example, business meals, which are at least right now 100% deductible. There's business travel and vacations. There's haircuts. There's your camera, your lens, lighting, all your equipment. You can even write off a portion of your rent or your home office. Any subscription fees for platforms, like YouTube, any subscription fees for platforms I use, and a lot more. Basically, I love it because, your YouTube channel is very personal. Like a lot of the things you use on a day-to-day basis are related to your business. And so you can write off a huge amount of things, which reduces your taxable income. Things to consider are the costs, right? So it does cost money to form and maintain an LLC, whereas a sole proprietorship is completely free. And that's why it's only going to be worth it once your channel starts to make money. It's also not completely necessary, right? Like YouTube channels very rarely get sued. And so for any newer YouTuber that is not making, over $40,000 to $50,000, then you could just remain a sole proprietor. But if you are making more than that, I definitely recommend looking into LLCs as well as S corps. So now I'm going to actually show you guys how to form an LLC as a YouTuber. And there are tons and tons of options out there. For example, IncFile, ZenBusiness, as well as Northwest. But for most of my own business entities, I've filed them using IncFile. They have a completely free plan. So, you're not paying anything to form the LLC. You're just paying whatever state fees you'd have to pay anyways. And they also have other really affordable plans, and their service is amazing. I've never had any single issue with creating an LLC. They also have free registered agent service, which is amazing. It saves you a lot of money. So yeah, I'll leave a link down below to IncFile if you are interested in creating your LLC with them. It's by far the best platform I've ever used to create my business entities. So if you use the link down below, it's going to take you to IncFile's website. And from here, you're going to click Start My Business. Here, you're going to select your entity type. So if you want to make an LLC, you'll select this, and you're going to choose your state of formation. So I'm in California, so I'll select that, but you guys will select whatever state you're in. Here, it's going to show you the different packages that they have. And you can see their silver package is completely free for you. So you're basically not paying IncFile anything, and you're just paying the state fee of $5. They're going to prep and file the articles of organization for you. They're going to help you find a name, and they're going to give you free registered agent service for 1 year, which is, I think, worth over $100. The next plan is the gold plan, and this is actually the one that I would recommend for most of you, since it does come with a lot of things that save you a ton of time. So this is the one that I've always gotten, right? You're paying a $149 package fee to IncFile, which is very affordable. You're paying that $5 state fee, and like I mentioned, this is going to depend on your state, so your state fee might be a little bit different. And they're basically going to handle the EIN number for you. They're going to file a form 2553. They're going to get all these documents for you, and yeah, for me, it was completely worth it. And I think that for most of you guys watching this, this gold plan is going to be the best. And if you want like full service, they also have the platinum plan. This one's a little bit more, but it does come with everything these have, plus a domain name and business email, expedited filing, so it's going to get filed a lot faster, as well as business contract templates. But for now, I'm just going to choose the gold package. Here's going to ask for your contact person, so you'll put your name, and it's also going to ask for your email, so I'll go ahead and provide that, as well as a phone number. I'll just put a random one for now. It's going to ask you for your mailing address. After that's all entered, I'll click next. Next, it's going to have you select your state filing time. So if you want this really expedited, you guys can choose this one for a $50 add-on, or if you don't really care, you can just select this one. So that's what I'll do for now. After that, you're going to enter in your company information, so the LLC name. You'll select your designator. So this is the thing that appears at the end of your business name. I'm going to just select LLC, but it does not matter. And it's going to show you what your company name is going to look like. You select the number of members/owners. So I'll select 1 since it's just me. Here is my business purpose. So of course you guys are going to write whatever your business purpose is right here. And then you're going to enter in your industry. So let's say I'm doing education. So I'll click that. Next, it'll have you select the management method. So most of you guys are just going to be managed by the members. So for most of you guys, your LLC is going to be managed by the LLC members, aka you. So just leave this selected. It'll have you select your company address information. So you can either use their addresses for complete anonymity. So you can either use their address if you want your information completely private, or you can use your own address. I'll select my own address, and I'll select the address I put before. Here I'm going to select yes, and then I'll click next. Here it's going to ask you if you want to upgrade to the platinum service package. You guys can decide if you want to do this, but for now, I'm just going to pass on that. Here it's going to ask you for the information for individual number 1. So I'll click this, and it's just going to populate those areas. I own 100% of the LLC, and I'll click next. Then it's going to have you enter in your registered agent information. Now, something I love about IncFile is that it includes a registered agent service free for 1 year, which is worth $119, which is really great. But if you do want to act as your own registered agent, you guys can select this. But yeah, I'll just assign IncFile as my registered agent for 1 year. I'll click next. It's going to ask you for your EIN/tax ID number. So I'll select me. I'm going to put in the SSN. I'll come down here to physical street address. I'll select the one I put earlier. I'll click next. It's going to ask you if you want to set up a small business bank account. So yes, you can do that, but I'm just going to say no at this time. It's going to ask if you want a free tax strategy consultation. I'll say no at this time. It'll bring something up about business licenses and permits. I'll select no thanks. I'll do the work myself. And then it's going to have you review your order for your LLC. So I'll scroll down, make sure all the information is correct, and I'll click next. And here is where you're going to enter in your information for your credit card as well as your billing address. So after you do all this stuff, you'll click this and then you'll click complete and pay. As I mentioned earlier, you can go to the description of this video and there's going to be a link for IncFile. It's going to take you to the exact spot you need to be in order to set up your LLC. I know as content creators, sometimes, knowing all this stuff about business entities can be pretty confusing. But I hope that this video helped you out. I hope it gave you some good information about what LLCs are, why you might want one, as well as the exact steps you can take to set one up. Feel free to reference this video at any point. And also, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe for more content just like this. This channel is completely dedicated to providing 100% free information for entrepreneurs. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.